When you think of the Hunter Call of the Wild, or you see the Call of the Wild logo, what is the first thing that typically comes to mind? For most of us, that would be Great Ones. Great One grinds. Who has the most Great Ones? Who has the most money? Who has the most diamonds? The competitive arcade shooter that the content creation community, including myself actually, has turned this game into, is genuinely a little bit sad to look at nowadays. But there's a second half to Call of the Wild that 95% of players in 2026 are completely missing. There are almost 300 animals in this video game, and yet most people are stuck on, 12 or 13 of them, in a football field-sized area of their map. So in this video, we're going to be breaking down everything that you're missing about the Hunter Call of the Wild, and we're going to take a gander back in time today, all the way back to 2017, to have a look at what the game was all the way back then. As always, my name is Squid, you guys are watching Squidster Gaming, and let's dive into it. October 2017. Expansive Worlds pretty much broke the internet of the hunting community with a brand new release trailer for the Hunter Call of the Wild, and the release of Call of the Wild on Xbox One, PS4, and Steam. I personally bought Call of the Wild from Walmart's the week that it came out. In fact, it might have been like the next day. One of my dad's best friends, and pretty much an uncle to me, showed the game to my dad, and as huge IRL hunters, all of us together, this game was insane to us. And it still is to this day. In case you can't tell, I've built a halfway decent YouTube channel off of it, and arguably the best Call of the Wild community on the internet, all around this game. The fact that there's this many people that watch my videos, that are in my Discord server, the fact that there's this many people in the wide Call of the Wild community in general, this many hundreds of thousands of people every single month that still play the game almost 10 years later, shows the insanity of this video game. I wouldn't even consider Call of the Wild a video game. Call of the Wild is more of a hunting simulator, or at least it was meant to be. The original idea of Great Ones all the way back in the day was an extremely rare animal that could spawn on a very rare occasion. No grinding, no zone trapping, no arcade shooting, just a very rare animal, and that was the original intention of Great Ones. With Call of the Wild being a hunting game that has need zones and, drink zones, rest zones, feed zones, that type of mechanic in a hunting game encourages farming-like behavior, where you can shoot animals in your population in very specific areas, change it to the next day, and immediately hunt the respawns of those animals over and over again until something insane happens. In a nutshell, that's Great One grinding. Whether the insanity is a diamond, a rare, a super rare, a Great One, an ultra rare, there's really no limit to what you can do with the farming of need zones. And right off the bat, need zone farming was really cool. Need zone farming allowed us to more efficiently hunt our animals, have a more organized view of our maps, and ultimately, things like herd management came out of it. But that also created a split right down the middle of the Call of the Wild community, and kind of changed the entire premises of this game. On the left, you have an extremely slow-paced, realistic hunting simulator, where you can use a diverse selection of weapons to walk around different territories all across the world. In 2026, we even now have a Peru map with jaguars on it, and if you're lucky, maybe you'll walk up on a rare trophy. And the feeling of getting something as simple as a diamond in that specific style of gameplay is extremely rewarding. On the right, you have a more fast-paced, teleporting from spawn point A to spawn point B, so on and so forth, and hunting roughly 25 animals in their respawns over and over again until eventually one of those 25 animals respawns as a trophy, which is grinding. On the right, you have things like herd management and different grinding techniques that can drastically increase the amount of rare trophies that you spawn in a gameplay session. For example, herd managing can get you like a 1 in 10 diamond rate, which is obviously impossible in the left column of gameplay. And in general, we have two completely different games when you think about it. Two different ways of thinking about the entire operating mechanics of the Hunter Call of the Wild. And the unfortunate thing is, in 2026, it's not really just a 50-50 split. It's more like a 90-10 split. 10% of players are on the left, absorbing 90% of what the Hunter Call of the Wild has to offer. The other 90% of players are on the right, absorbing 10% of what the Hunter Call of the Wild has to offer. Mind you, there is less than 20 great ones in the game, and 90% of players won't even hunt every species in the game. People are so caught up over great one grinding, and all you guys see on YouTube nowadays is great one content, because casual hunting videos where we're just playing the game for what the game is supposed to be typically do not do very well for us content creators. Great one content is what gets the views, and in order to keep our channels healthy, great one content is unfortunately what we have to make, most of the time anyways. And I feel like this makes for a very, very big problem, specifically in content creation. I could go to a random map, run in a random direction, and hunt for an hour or two and not find a trophy period and make a video on it. But if it's not an ultra rare or a super rare or a great one, unfortunately nowadays nobody will click on that. There's a very, very small portion of people, like I said, probably like 10% of the entire fan base that would actually care about a nice relaxing hunt through Silver Ridge Peaks, that would actually care about a nice relaxing hunt and a challenging map like New England Mountains, that would actually care about a diamond mountain goat and a ski ridge. I guess what I'm trying to get across here is that it's very, very heartbreaking, and I feel like a lot of people just don't know, period, that 90% of players, including yourself most likely, including most people watching this video, are stuck around less than 20 species in very, very small portions of their maps. We have 10 square kilometer maps to explore. All but one at least, and very, very rarely, in my Discord server, just online, will I see someone casually hunting. Very, very rarely. So let me provide you guys with a little bit of encouragement. Casual hunting is such a fun thing to do. I see so many thousands of people on a daily basis come to me and say, Squid, how do you not get bored with great one grinding? Squid, how do you hunt the same species over and over again, 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, pretty dang much? And my response to that is always, I don't. With as good and fun as great one grinding is, and as a great one grinder, I know how unmotivating it is to see other people getting trophies before you, and how good it feels to get trophies before other people. It's all kind of competitive, right? But this game offers so much more. The amount of times in my Discord server that I'll say, screw the great one grinds, I'm just going in a random direction. And when I do find a trophy, the feeling that I get from it from simply just running in a straight line and not knowing what's going to happen is way, way, way more dopamine delivering than a diamond from a great one grind. Or sometimes even more than a great one, depending on what the dang trophy is. And a lot of people ask me how I never get bored. That is how, right there. And literally 90% of the entire Call of the Wild community doesn't know how to do that. Even if you're going to casual hunt a specific species, like, I don't know, bears for example, set it to 7 AM and only hunt the places that bears can be. That's still casual hunting. It's just going to be more fast-paced than just a random direction. Stick a species that doesn't drink. Let's go with pheasants. Set it to pheasant feed time and just run in random directions around your map where pheasants can be at, and shoot and claim pheasants. Even if you don't find any trophies, it is such a rewarding experience. And the good thing is, by the time that you get bored with that, you'll be ready to go grind again, and you won't be bored with grinding anymore because, well, you just spent 20 minutes running around and only shooting 4 animals, right? You want something a little bit more fast-paced by that time. But there is so much that people are missing about Call of the Wild. There's, like I said, almost 300 animals in this game. At least I think. It's up in the hundreds for sure. And most people only spend time like grinding 20. Even if you go out and all you shoot is 10 animals, this is a message from the Squid gang and from Squid, who is like a die-hard great one grinder. I'm not telling you guys to quit your grinds and that great one grinding is bad, but please, 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 please. I see people saying they quit the game all the time because it gets too repetitive. Please, guys, this is a message from us. Don't only great one grind. No matter how much you see online, don't think that grinding is the only thing you can do in this game. There is so much more to it that I could make a 2-hour video about it. And I want you guys to let me know down below in the comment section. If you watched my channel back when I had like 1,000 subscribers, you guys would know that casual hunting was my thing. I casual hunted more than I great one grinded back in the day. If you guys want to see more casual hunts for just general motivation, go out, run in a random direction, and let the hunt take us where it will, let me know down below. Comment something like W casual hunts or make more casual hunts. Please let me know down below if you guys would like an occasional video on something other than great one grinding. And also, if you want motivation that's already on the internet, and someone who has a whole library of casual hunting content, Flinter. The OG GOAT, Flinter. Flinter for sure. Go check out Flinter's channel. The dude is like the king of casual hunting. I believe he just has one of every great one, and he really, really showcases the amount of diversity that you can use with loadouts, the amount of realism that this game has, the amount of fun that you can have while casual hunting. Go check them out, massive suggestion, and go to my YouTube channel homepage and look for the casual hunting playlist and scroll back far in it. I have older, maybe not the best quality, but entertaining videos about casual hunting, and just casual hunting in general. There's definitely not going to be an ultra rare in every single one of them, or 15 great ones back to back, but you know what is in them? The other 90% of this game that 90% of the Call of the Wild community is completely missing. Hey, I love you guys to absolute death. You are the best Call of the Wild community on the face of the earth. The Squid gig is goated, bro. I know it. Again, this video wasn't to say that Great One grinding is bad or you shouldn't grind. It's just simply open up your gameplay experience and diversify it to other things. There is more than 20 species in this game. Mind you, I think we have like 13 Great Ones. So it's nowhere near 20 yet. Let's just round it, right? Hey, if you guys did in fact end up enjoying this video, definitely let me know down below by smashing that like button and subscribe. And as a 16-year-old content creator, my goal by the end of 2026 is 50,000 subscribers. So if you guys wouldn't mind, hitting that subscribe button could change my entire life. Believe me, it could. We're trying to reach our goal, and it would mean the world if we could. We're on track to. You guys are doing a great job thus far. Let's hope we can keep it up and get there, my friends. Let's smash that goal. Without further ado, as always, my name is Squid, you're watching Squidster Gaming, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace out, my gamers.